Hi, second graders. I am going to read to you today our story from our Journeys book called From Seed to Plant. From Seed to Plant. This is on page 349. So if this is the story you are reading this week, I want you to follow along in your Journeys reading book. So go grab your reading book, look up page 349, and we're going to read from Seed to Plant by Gail Gibbons. Before we start reading though, I want to show you something that my family has done. So we had an avocado last week. This is a new avocado. I'll probably eat it this week, maybe some chips or on some toast or something. I love avocados. Last week we took our avocado, and after we ate it, we took the seed and we put some toothpicks in it, and then just put it in a cup of water and have had it sitting in water. And I want to show you what happened. It is starting to absorb the water, which makes the seed coat soften, and it is starting to crack on the bottom. And inside there is a little plant that's going to start growing. So the roots will go down, the plant will come out and grow up, and we'll have an avocado plant. So this is something, if your family eats avocados, that you could try at home too. You just stick a few toothpicks in it so it's not totally underwater, but usually the bottom half needs to stay underwater and not dry out. And you can grow an avocado plant too and see this seed make the whole process into a plant, which is kind of neat. So let's read by Gail Gibbons, From Seed to Plant. Remember, page 349. So have your book in front of you. As I turn a page, you turn a page, so we can stay on the same page and you can read along. This is a fascinating book all about how plants grow. Most plants make seeds. A seed contains the beginning of a new plant. Seeds are different shapes, sizes, and colors. All seeds grow into the same kind of plant that made them. So my avocado seed will grow into an avocado plant. It's not going to grow into like a flower, like a rose or something like that. It's going to grow into an avocado because it came from an avocado. Many plants grow flowers. Flowers are where the seeds begin. There's a picture here of all these different flowers and what kind of flowers they are. A flower is made up of many different parts. One reason I like Gail Gibbons is because her pictures tell a lot of information also. She puts labels in there. She puts little text boxes in the pictures. You have to read that stuff too, so you really get the story. In the center of the flower is called the pistil. At the bottom of the pistil are tiny eggs called ovules. I might be pronouncing that wrong. The sticky part of the top of the pistil is the stigma. Stamens make yellow powder called pollen. That's what makes you sneeze if you are allergic to it. The parts of the flower around the pistil are called the stamens. Page 352. Before a seed can begin to grow, a grain of pollen from the stamen must land on the stigma at the top of the pistil of the flower, like itself. This is called pollination. Pollination happens in different ways. Often wind blows the pollen from flower to flower. Bees, other insects, and hummingbirds can help pollinate too. While they visit flowers for their sweet juice called nectar, pollen rubs onto their bodies. And then they carry that pollen to another flower where it comes off onto its pistil. So the nectar they eat, the pollen, they just carry flower to flower, and that's how it cross-pollinates to make new flowers and seeds. If a pollen grain from a flower lands on the pistil of the same kind of flower, it grows a long tube through the pistil into the ovule. I'm not sure how to say that. I should look that up. This is the beginning of a seed. The seeds grow inside the flower even as the flower begins to die. As the seeds become bigger, a fruit or pod grows around them. The fruit or pod protects the seeds. When the fruit or pod ripens, it breaks open. The seeds are ready to become new plants. Some seeds fall to the ground around the base of the plant where they will grow. Some pods or fruits open and the seeds pop out. Sometimes when birds eat the berries, they drop the seeds. That's how seeds spread all around for new plants. Other seeds fall into streams and ponds and rivers in the ocean, and there they travel to on the water until they stick to the dirt along the shore. The wind scatters seeds. Some seeds have fluff on them that lets them float to the ground like tiny parachutes. Others have wings that spin as they fall. Wow, that's so many different ways seeds can travel. So let's see, it talked about birds helping them, how sometimes fruits have seeds that pop out. The water can carry them and the wind can carry them. There's a lot of different ways for seeds to travel from their plant that they're from to a new place to grow. That's neat. Animals help scatter seeds too. They hide acorns and nuts in the ground. Some seeds have hooks that stick to the fur of animals and other people's clothes. And later they drop onto the ground. I know that's happened to my dog when she's running. She gets little burrs in her. Those are seeds trying to find a new place to grow. A flower bed or vegetable garden is beautiful. Seeds are planted to grow in the gardens. The seeds come in small envelopes or boxes. Directions explain how to plant the seeds and care for the plants. Right downstairs right now I have seeds to grow some carrots. So we're going to grow some carrots in my garden this year. If you have a garden, I wonder what you're going to grow. The beginning of a plant is curled up inside each seed. Food is stored inside the seed too. The seed has a seed coat on the outside to protect it. A seed will not sprout until certain things happen. First, it must be on or in the soil. Then it needs rain to soak the seed and soften the seed coat. When the sun shines and warms the ground, the seed coat breaks open and the seed begins to grow. This is called germination. A root grows down into the soil. The root takes in the water and minerals from the soil or food. So what was happening with my avocado seed is the water softened the outside of the coat to make it so the seed inside could grow. You can see the food that's inside of there for that new plant that's going to grow. It didn't happen until it had that water. It wasn't water from rain, it was water in a cup, but it still did the same thing. Up grows a shoot. Green leaves grow from the shoot towards the sun. The plant grows bigger and bigger. The leaves make food for the plant from the water and minerals in the soil and the air all around the plant. Finally, the plant is full grown. I'm on page 360. Finally, the plant is full grown. Buds on the plant open into flowers where new seeds will grow. Many of the food people eat are seeds, fruit, and pods. They're full of nutritions, vitamins, and minerals, and they're tasty too. I wonder what kind of plants that you're going to eat today. I know that I will probably eat an apple. That's a fruit that's growing, protecting seeds and growing seeds, although I don't eat the seeds. I eat the apple around it. Let's see, I will probably have some coconut on my cereal in the mornings. So that comes from a seed too. That's the fruit around a seed. Oh, I love this about Gail Gibbons books. So on page 362 and 363 is a how-to page. We've done some how-to writing in class. How to. This is how to grow a plant. Maybe you can try something like this. From seed to plant project. Number 1, how to raise bean plants. Find a clean glass jar, take a piece of black construction paper and roll it up. Number 2, slide the paper onto the jar and fill the jar with water. Number 3, wedge the bean plants between the black paper and the glass and put the jar in a warm place. Number 4, in a few days, the seeds will begin to sprout. Watch the roots grow down and the shoots grow up. Number 5, put dirt in a big clay pot. Number 6, carefully remove the small plants from the glass jar, place them in soil, and cover them up to the base of their shoots. Number 7, water them and watch them grow. That's it. So I hope that you enjoy reading this story this week and maybe even doing some planting or some seed studying on your own. So happy reading, happy science. Bye. Bye, second graders.